If you're hearing this, it probably means the world already ended. Hi, I'm Rex, a dinosaur. Yeah, I know how that sounds, but give me 12 minutes, and I'll tell you exactly how it all went down. The meteors are already falling, the ground is shaking, and everyone's panicking, so I figured, might as well write my final diary entry before the sky finishes what evolution started. Maybe someone will find this one day, a mammal, or whatever comes next, and finally understand what it was like to be us. Hoar's jungle ambiance fades in, warm, humid atmosphere. All right, diary, let's go back to the beginning. I was born, or rather hatched, in a steamy swamp, somewhere in what you humans now call South America. Back then, it wasn't South America. It was just one big, sticky, bug-filled paradise. And when I say bugs, I mean the size of your hand. They buzzed like helicopters, and yes, they tasted exactly like crispy chicken wings. My first memory, light, heat, and hunger, followed immediately by panic, because the shadow above me looked suspiciously like lunch for someone else. That's how life started. Day 1, survive. Day 2, still survive. Day 3, okay, now maybe eat something smaller than me. My mom, a mighty queen of teeth and muscle, was enormous. She didn't say much, mostly because, well, we weren't big on small talk. Her version of "I love you" was a deep growl meaning, "Don't wander too far, or I'll have to go rescue you again." Which honestly was kind of sweet. Growing up in the Cretaceous wasn't exactly easy. No schools, no friends lists, no cartoons, just nature, teeth, and noise. Our version of a lesson was watching Who Got Eaten and learning not to copy them. I had a friend though, Spike, a stegosaurus. Big heart, tiny brain. We were opposites. I had teeth, he had armor. Perfect balance. One day he asked, "Rex, what do you want to be when you grow up?" I said, "Alive." He laughed, then tripped over his own tail. Classic Spike. We'd compete to see who could roar louder than the volcano. He never won, mostly because the volcano always had the final word. You know, people, or should I say, future mammals with opinions, like to think dinosaurs were dumb. Excuse me? We ruled the planet for 165 million years. That's longer than humans have had Wi-Fi. And we weren't all green, slimy monsters. Some of us had feathers. Yes, feathers. We looked fabulous. Imagine giant peacocks with anger issues. Oh, and that rumor that we couldn't run fast. Fake news. We could run just fine. We just preferred to walk dramatically. It's called presence. And no, we didn't brush our teeth. But come on, who was going to tell us we had bad breath? Not a good survival strategy? A typical day was pure chaos, but beautiful chaos. The world was alive. The air shimmered with heat. The ferns sparkled with dew, and the ground trembled with every step. Morning smelled like sulfur and wet earth. The soundtrack, volcanoes rumbling, insects buzzing, and the occasional distant roar, which could mean dinner's ready, or you're about to be dinner. Once I spotted a hadrosaur grazing by the river. Perfect target. I crouched low, crept forward, and tripped over a fallen branch. The hadrosaur stared. I stared back. He screamed. I screamed. He ran away. I pretended I didn't care. You think you're the king of the jungle until you faceplant in front of your lunch. Life wasn't all hunting, though. There was romance. And let me tell you, tyrannosaur dating was complicated. The ritual went something like this. You roar, she roars. And if neither of you eats each other in the next 5 minutes, congratulations, it's true love. I once tried to impress a lady by bringing her a shiny rock. She ate the rock and left. Yeah, that one still hurts. Meanwhile, the velociraptor started hunting in packs. We called that cheating. They called it teamwork. Agree to disagree, but something changed. The night started getting colder, the sky darker. Even the volcanoes seemed nervous, like they knew something we didn't. One evening, I looked up and saw a light streaking across the sky. Bright, blinding. I thought, Ash, cool shooting star. Spike thought, make a wish. I wished for more snacks. Yeah, bad call. The next day, the light came back. Bigger, closer, and the ground started trembling in a way it never had before. Even the insects went quiet. When they stopped buzzing, you know it's bad. Then came the flash. White, hot, endless. The horizon caught fire. Ash filled the air. Everything, every roar, every tree, every shadow, vanished in the light. For a moment I stood still, the world I knew melting around me, and yet I felt calm. We'd ruled this planet longer than anything ever would again. And maybe this wasn't the end. Maybe it was just the next chapter. Because sometimes, when I close my eyes, I see flashes, shapes, fire, and faces. Tiny creatures walking on two legs, holding fire, making tools, and looking up at the same stars. Maybe one day I'll wake up as one of them. Smaller, smarter, still hungry. But this time, maybe for knowledge. So if you're listening, maybe I made it. Maybe I'm already here, telling this story through your voice. Anyway, that's all for today, diary. The sky's glowing again, and I think it's time. See you in the next era. To be continued. Diary of the First Human.